YouTube, what's going on? Twin Peaks Traders here. Happy Tuesday. Market's about to open in 1 minute. Currently got the ES charts up right now. ES charts up right now, right up against Monday high. Another breakout day for the boys. Markets are extremely bullish. Alright, market open here. Alright guys, I'm gonna check out Top Step at open. Just watching the market finna finish getting set up here. We're here, guys.
House's gold crude trade is toast. We got 74% short in the Nasdaq. Sorry, 81% short in the Nasdaq right now. Look at that tilt very, very early. About 60 seconds in the open. 75% short in the
ES as to short this market.
Who's gonna short? I mean, who's gonna short? Crude's toast.
Crude the only thing you can point to in the ES is that it has had real trouble. You can see with these like three tops here of taking and holding the 6750 SPX level, which is right around 6800, a little below it. It's kind of gone at it 3 times now. It has not held it.
Yep. Well, it's gonna be me shorting it.
That's gonna be you.
All right. Now we're talking.
I'm short.
All right, Dakota. What price? How many? 5 micro?
5 micros, 222.
25, 222. What's the downside? What's your downside?
My risk is 280. My risk is 280. Let's see if we could push back down to these 140s, 130s.
Okay. You go to the New York Stock Exchange. You are bearish on the equities. You are bearish after what you saw.
In the chat, if you haven't, check out the YouTube video of Robert Downey Jr. visiting the New York Stock Exchange. It seems like Dakota had a slightly similar experience.
Robert Downey Jr. was, that was.
Needless to say, he probably does not have an account.
Aaron, my friend, any prices of interest in gold hovering above 4,000? Prices are amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
holding 4,000, Aaron. I'm trying to wrap my head around that.
Holding 4,000, tagging previous 30-minute lows. I would like to see this go higher. We've had a pretty decent move here pre-New York, so it's hard for me to want to buy this high. I'm not like Dakota. I'm a bit scared to short these markets. So if we can pull back, I'd like to keep buying. Maybe back down to like 995, 3995-ish. I would consider more buying. I mean, it's hard though because there's no upside targets. All we can do is measure what we have to left, and right now there's just these pre-New York highs. So if we can pull back a little bit more, maybe I can justify loss. But I'm a bit scared to short this.
Yeah, well, Aaron, question: some of your other trading buddies and whatnot that perhaps are also trading gold. Is it just astonishment, disbelief, just with this rock, or is it just, hey, this is what it is? Just get on board or get out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen a lot of people trying to short it, but to me, there's no reason to sell gold. Like, as much as you might want it to pull back, gold's not the market to try and fight. You know, if you want it to pull back, it will keep going higher and higher and higher. So, yeah, it is crazy. It's probably the most traded gold for like 6 years, 7 years. So, seeing this is probably like one of the most insane moves I've ever seen on gold.
Yeah.
It's been great, but always comes back to the old saying, trade what you see. And it's right now, it's just higher time frames, but it's been continuing to get very, very nice buy opportunities, especially when we saw the sell-off in London. A lot of people were panicking about this, saying what's going on, but to me, no reason to keep buying this at any support. So
I agree. Aaron, you should come clean. Come clean real quick. Have you dabbled in NASDAQ again since I've seen you last?
Yes, I have.
No, Aaron.
We traded NASDAQ this morning, actually, in London.
Aaron.
Gold was having a sell-off. I didn't take a loss, though. I did take a break even, not a loss. So We called these nice longs up here, but I kind of got stopped out here at break even before having the move, and that's it. I haven't touched it much more than that. I'm sticking to
I don't know
gold.
if I like. I don't know if I like the direction this is going, but hey, you are the man. Let's take a look at Dow. Dow is out of the gate. See Steve R. Dow cooking here, 47,120. Last trade, finding a bid here in the ES above 6,800 now. 68.01 last trade. Gold, there's a little bit of a pullback here, 39.98. We'll keep an eye on those 39.95s. If we do get the pullback, crude, we are out 61, 60, 68 last trade there. We do have some Fed speakers on tap starting at the top of the hour. We'll keep an eye out for that. Jack, wow, this ES, man. Double top forming here. Where do we get long? Or what are we seeing the options? Is it populated yet? I'm trying to.
Not super well, but there's some places that I can point to.
Incredible.
I mean, I'm not too. This market's been very weird, very complacent, kind of melting up. I'd love to see how it reacts. Kind of where it is now. Dakota's already short. That'd be possibility for me. I don't know. I'm not buying it. So we get back to like 90 at least.
67.90, about 10 points from there. Let's see if we get that pullback. Speaking of speakers, we got Bostic at the top of the hour. We got Bowman not too long after that. We got Myron here in the next hour. 3 Fed speakers right off the bat. Trump greets Prime Minister Cardi. We got Kashkari. We got a lot on the schedule for the day. We got more in the afternoon, but let's just stay focused here in the first half hour of trading. We got some buyers stepping in here in the NASDAQ. ES, not so convinced just yet. Buyers 25,258 last trade in the NASDAQ. About 15 points off all-time highs.
I can show something really quick when I talk about the complacency. I mean,
sure.
We've talked about how the VIX is rising, this is going up. I mean, look at the ATR on, this is the SPX. It is so low right now. And remember, if you go back, these are in points. So even if you go back to times when it was lower, the index was lower too. So as a percentage, it's just hardly moving right now. I mean,
ATR.
ATR. So
average
that would be
range.
like the average of the average true range for the last 14 days.
Sure. And it's barely moving, which means we're just kind of crawling. We're just kind of drifting higher, Jack.
Yeah, we're drifting very methodically,
Melting
slowly higher. Yeah, melting.
Isn't that typically the characteristic of the personality, if you will, of markets that just kind of drift higher, or there's a natural bid to the market?
Yeah, but now we're in an environment where we got 0-day options and they've taken away our numbers and earnings are still a little bit off. So it's like the perfect storm for things just to crawl.
They've taken away our numbers. What do we do?
Our numbers.
Get our numbers back. Yes, you got government shutdown day. We got day 7 or so. Our numbers back. Yes.
Oh man, I'm liking this short still. I'm happy with it. I love the micros. I love the wide stop, small size. That allows me some room for this market to kind of shake around to start this open. The only thing that makes me worried is stop loss is a better entry if we pump up and break through these highs and then sell off. But just to give an idea of what, part of why I'm liking it is not only from the technical standpoint, was what I was referring to, but we don't have much going on the rest of this market. I mean, I'm looking through the mag, the Hateful Eight, Jack, and not really seeing much direction. It's just like a Christmas tree, red and green throughout the entire thing. A lot of nothing. And so maybe we could go back to settlement here in the NASDAQ.
How's AMD doing today? AMD still...
I was just pulling it up in the background.
On a rocket ship, we got AMD up around 35% yesterday around the opening bell.
Yeah.
What a deal that was. That is
crazy.
I want to be in this club, Jack.
What is going on? I want those deals where I can buy something and be like, it'd be sweet if you just gave me equity instead, and we'll just pump it, and that's how I'll pay you. Why would I pay you cash? I can just make your stock go up.
Yeah, or Jack, you take a look at Triology Metals.
Oh yeah, we're at it again. For
What's
those
this?
that don't know, that is the newest company that's part of the United States portfolio. I believe the U.S. took a 10% stake in that.
Oh,
It's up
who's that?
250%.
Man, who's? I know that's a new one.
Yeah, it's a minerals mining out of Alaska, and the government just purchased 10%. Oh man, insane.
I'm gonna go along with them. Yeah. All right. We got to here's talking about a 4-point pullback in the ES. Now just a tick beneath 6,800 trade, 67.99. I got my eye on gold here, Aaron. 39.95 last trade.
Yeah.
How
Gonna-
do you decipher between a pullback and the market reversing? Sorry,
Look,
the second I was asking that question, I'm like, there's no answer for that. But
yeah, I mean, the whole year so far has just been looking at it from the perspective of a pullback. Like, I mean, it's the thing with gold. Like, so many times you think it's going to have a huge sell off, and it just gets bought right back up. That's why I kind of get a bit skeptical of short and gold, because I just feel like if I'm going to be wrong in a trade, I want to be wrong following the markets, which right now on gold has just been so bullish. Even though to me it does look like we might be coming for a bit of a pullback for this New York session. I don't know how long it will be lived. I mean, even today in London looked like the time of, okay, cool, maybe it's time that we're going to get a big pullback. Found some support, got bought right back up. So, yeah, it's tough to see what's going to be a pullback and a full blown reversal.
yeah, that question I didn't do any favors with that question.
That's what I'm thinking about all the time. It's like under the hood. It's the same thing with stocks. I'm still in buy the dip mode. But at the same time, I'm like, man, we are due for like just a violent. I'm not bearish. Like I'm not saying we're gonna go down a bunch, but we're due for like a real face ripper of a
100%.
down move.
Old Tudor Jones.
This move on gold has just been insane. I look at this move on gold. I'm like, how have we not even had some sort of a pullback? Like it's crazy. Crazy's right.
All right, guys, looking around the market. Waiting for my candle to close in about 19 minutes. Right now, I'm gonna be taking as of now, I'm looking at a Thursday high retest on the ES 6782 area. Low of the 4-hour, where it showed demand at on the higher time frame is 6784. I'll look for price to pull back off this all-time high area, retest this SL4 zone, and grab me in, and I'll take a ride back up to the top. Be about 6784, 6782 up to the 68803 all-time high, clean 2 to 1. Yep, so I'm about to set up my gauges for that. So right now, gonna go big ES. Excuse me. Big ES, one lot. Limits. Make sure you're ready. 67, 84. Alright, so this is the trade I'm looking at first, guys. 67, 84 longs. See if we can get a nice SL 4-hour long back into the all-time highs. Got the 1-minute chart here. Watch the candles closely. And we got about 15 minutes until the candle closes, so this is great. Keep an eye on what will be our other option. MQ. MQ will be the other option. And it'll be a last week high long. 25,197 last week high. SL 4-hour 25,169. So right at a 25-point stop, correct. If it does get down there, it's about 50 points away from there. So. That's not bad either. And we got a nice volume nod at 25,182, so point of control. Okay, so I'm watching ES and I'm watching NQ as well. But I'm not mad at that. Go ahead and plot my SL4 here. 10 keys. Take it up to the highs. 6803. As you can see, that's a 1.9R. window of opportunity zone between 10 and 11:30. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at.
Dope. Simple limit. Life by design.
That's by design, boys. 84. All right, SL4 hour at 84. Stop under 82. Long to 68.03. It's looking like the move I'm liking right now. Also, we got NASDAQ as well, so I'll draw NASDAQ. NASDAQ could be a retest of last week high holding. Stop under 69, about 28 points, and be about a 2.5 R to the high. So, based on ROI, the NASDAQ has the ES by 0.5. Watch both of those closely. We get a pullback. You say you like how it looks?
Yeah, I like how it looks. It's got the key up. Yes. It's got a nice low. It's got a low under it. It's the same kind of vibe. They both look good.
Good deal. Good old Tuesday, guys. About to sip my coffee. Yes, that's it. Straight espresso. Straight espresso, boys. I had to see if my boy Meet Kevin's live. So we can catch some news. Meet Kevin might not be live because ain't nothing, no news coming out. So shout out the government shutdown. And my boy Kevin is not live. He is not messing with y'all boys. Alright. Yeah, breakout rules in effect. I am taking my time today. Took a loss yesterday. Made some fresh accounts.
Much that I would wait for the open. Whereas in New York, I'm like, if I'm a couple minutes before the open, I will wait. But for London Open, I'll take trades around. It doesn't really move that much. But technically, yeah, pretty much the same way, same price action, same levels. Maybe just smaller size to make way for this, the much bigger ranges.
Got it.
We just got a good level in Bitcoin. I'm looking at the spot market right now. Let me flip over to that.
All-time highs, right?
Well, if you're looking for something to maybe, once again, not financial advice, but pretty decent move down there. But let's see if we can hold the support. I don't think we've made a Bitcoin trade, or at least I haven't on the show.
They haven't made. I'm not sure who did. Yeah, it was
Braden had one of the days.
That's right. Braden did have one. He was getting bored or something. He started. His eyes started wandering, kind of like Aaron did with NASDAQ. And lo and behold, we're in Bitcoin. Look at gold. Gold trade above 4,000 now. 4,002.
Yeah, this is nice. This is looking good.
Yeah, you in, Aaron? Did you take the long?
I'm gonna if this 5-minute closes here. I'm watching this 30-minute. To me, this 30-minute looks like this could be a good liquidity wick pre-New York. Nice 5-minute closure, and I think we can take this into some all-time highs here. So drop down to the micros and see if I can potentially get this on a breakout here.
All right, very good. Let us know if you do get in there.
Absolutely.
Dakota, what is the setup? You are mobile like Aaron is. What's the trade setup like? Did you bring your own equipment or using Coach Jay's equipment? What's that look like, Dakota?
Well,
we'll get Dakota back. My bad. We'll get Dakota back. Yep.
We'll save that.
Yeah. Because Aaron, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Aaron's probably looking for a trade right now in the gold, but I'm fascinated by the setup. How light it is, how mobile it is. Carry on only. All right, Aaron, I saw you said it's looking good. So when you see a base out around 39.95, take the trade. If I'll get out of your way, but you're looking for the momentum to get in on here. A little bit of pullback. Go ahead, Aaron.
You got that nice. You got that nice bounce from that level that I wanted, which was the 39.995. Just a previous breakout level. Now that we're kind of going to get this closure, as long as you don't rip too much.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For real, YM, I might have to fuck around and do 100. Do 100, and then it proves us right. We can add in. But that's for real. That was Jesse's lesson this morning. Real, getting in with a nice stake, and then if market proves you right, build that pyramid on top of that. So I'm not opposed to that. Not opposed to that with the YM in particular. Know that bitch drunk. I mean, you can just look on the macro though, bro. It's just like, it's just right at the high. Like, what can it really do? Like, what can it really do? I don't think it can really do much. Ain't got nowhere to go. I mean, the product with the best potential on the board right now is the YM.
Good, naturally.
What's up, big dog?
Looking at the day, my boy.
Looking bullish, but I'm taking a short to the kind of interest for the bullish move. Only because I'm in the office and I gotta get up and get off.
You taking shorts on the yes?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
What's your point of interest? On the low? 74? Or what's your
On the let me see, 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart is the 4:45 a.m. candle in London.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. Nonetheless, that's what I got you. Yeah, that's what I got you. 74. Okay.
Nice.
Nice, nice, nice. Lion ones. I'm interested in. And NASDAQ ones.
Gee whiz. Where I want to be at on the YM.
So kilo is not good, bro. This kilo was 36, 872. Starting to be on there at least 817.
817.
Yeah.
873 is Thursday low. Thursday high.
Yeah. I mean, start putting that low, and of course those two levels, but the closest level in that you can either win and get it. Maybe that's 17. So I mean, not to say it has to be there, but
Let's do let's try to do 17 with 100 P's. Then we get confirmation. Go ahead and add that one line in. Bring the stop low.
we should.
Cause literally that trade yesterday would have entered with 100,
Yeah.
and then piked it up. Would have worked. And I'm never opposed to that.
I like that. Our shit should be enhanced.
Yeah, so it ain't
Should
nothing.
be enhanced to do something.
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
Well, just want to get
Yeah.
break even confirmation.
Break even confirmation added. Tuesday, man. More coffee. Bring the vibes out. Yeah. I am gonna be the one for me. Yeah, same situation. Alright, looking at what, 49.17 with one. 46, 8, 17 with one. Off of 73, What's 50 on 73, just in case we get that? 925. Okay. Alright, look at price get right there. And if we go 100 right there.
You're gonna go. No. I'll just stop.
Little bit, man. 955. All right, finish up your run plans, boys. Make sure your run plan is done. Completely done. So NQ leader, on ladder, yes, match. All right, so product YM location. Going Thursday high. Thursday high. 46, 872, and what's that 4 hour is 46, 86, ladder, let's go to spread, hold. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go 925. But 100. 925 with 100. That'd be a nice pullback outside the volume. Hitting with one, be able to have your stop under 17, probably like 550, 520. 3 minutes, talk to me.
46, 46, 46, 9, either 46, 9, 46, 9, or 46,
46.9 to 46.9.
yeah, 46, 9, or 46, 9, 20.
That was my relief. He's like, I'm relieved.
Shit, stuck in there, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of here.
Golly. Niggas an hour late. That's crazy.
Just get a TV, man.
Where we at? Alright. 30 seconds. Anchor. Go ahead, anchor yourself. 46, 9, 66, right? Alright, I'm gonna go with gonna set my limit at 900 as soon as the candle closes. You get a 9. You have 1 with 100, and then we'll add in. Watch out for that. Watch out for that. I'm set at 900. Yeah, that's that dip. That's that dip I wanted to watch out for as soon as the candle open. Kind of what we got caught in yesterday. Because if we expect the candle to go green, it's gonna open up red. You see it, we're right to 25. Watch that. Alright, I'm bringing entry up to 25. You hold at 9. Niggas grab it. Niggas might grab it. You know what I'm saying? Alright, what I do? What I with the B? What I with the B? Alright, I'm gonna go 917. Go 917. I'm gonna pop it.
That's it. At least when you take these guys out, it's no way they're gonna leave these guys in the middle, bro. It's ready.
I'm gonna pop it. I'm to pop it.
I got a limit set 46 round line rounds.
Come on. It's right here. 25 right here.
That's that from the keyboard.
Yeah, man, stop on the key level. 25. I'm at 17. Freak. That's the highest I can get in the 17. Yeah. A little bit more. Come on. If price, if this 4 hour does wick back green, back up to 53, you can play 100 stop under the SL4 and Thursday high. So if it does turn around, boss, would you be opposed to taking it? That's 53. Candle going back green, stop under auto levels. Kinda am. High. Mm-hmm. Alright, we going in. You ready? One lot, 100, under all the levels, please.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm not going to plan for that. How about that?
47,047 is my break even.
Yeah, I could give a fuck. As long as I'm under both of those levels, I'm good.
Yeah, and then Monday high to last week high. I think that would be the when it comes to get over at the 4 hours out.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the extension.
Okay. Well, 4 hour high is gonna break the SL4 and Thursday low break 30 points from our stop loss at a $500.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we got plenty of room.
Yeah, we got
As much room as I'm giving this shit. And if once price gets to the break even, prospect over Asia and London high.
yeah, if it's a weekly level right there at 47,056, you could take you can add and take 47,056 to 47,063.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, good. That's me for the day, guys. Gonna update my batch, make sure I followed all of my rules. YM anchor. YM, we're taking 46, 886 Thursday high longs. 46, 873 area. Excuse me, SL4 is 46, 886. The key level is Thursday high longs, 46, 873. TP, 2-to-1 TP is going to be at previous day high, 47, 163. And I'm looking to add in once we get back over Asia London. And, yep, that's me for the day, man. I'm not going to lie to you. That's my process to the T. Came in with 100 points today instead of the 50 on the YM. Had 50 yesterday and got wicked out. So since we're in breakout territory, just in case one of these wants to pull back, my stop should be able to withstand, and I'll just add in if the market confirms my position. So 4 hour, 46, 886. 46, 872, Thursday high. Entry. 46, 947. Stop loss. 46, 847. Break even. 47, 47. TP at the previous day high. 37, 163. It's 500. Result to be determined. Alright, that's me, man. That's everything. SL4. Stop under the SL4. Stop under the daily zone that correlates. I'm done. God be with you. Trade safe, guys. About to turn on Kevin for a minute. Actually, I need to see the charger real quick. We plug up, so he could be here for a few minutes. Sorry, not get. Once we hit the break even, we plowing in, boys. Going up one more contract. See if I can make that 1K TP. Oh wow. I mean, 1K TP. He's 1500. All right, headed over to meet Kevin. That's my work for the day. About to check out some stocks. See if I need to do any plays in my portfolio. And roll me up a cigar. First smoke of the morning. My work's done. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you tap in the Discord. We live in the Discord right now. Got some good traders in there right now. Tap in.
News should keep equities rallying during the shutdown. Yeah, well, mostly because there are no catalysts other than earnings right now. Let's go look at Poly for a moment and see what the Poly market betting odds are. So betting odds, when will the shutdown end? After the 15th, 68%. Yeah, I agree with this. If I go to the last day here, the 68% line, it's been roughly stable. So really very little movement there, pretty stable. And it shows you just the lack of progress on negotiations here. In fact, if anything, it shows you how these negotiation talks have deteriorated over the last week, and the odds of shutting down, although time goes by as well, like the 6th is gone, and it doesn't look like we're close, given that only 2% of poll or people betting actually think we're going to see the shutdown end anytime soon. I agree with that. All right, stocks face lofty expectations heading into the third quarter earnings season. Okay, let's see here. We've got, while AI drew the most attention, the real pressure may be on a smaller group of stock who have soared since Liberation Day. The top 10 best performing S&P 500 stocks in percentage terms have surged an average of 200% during this period. Let's see here. Many of us, okay, I have that list. Okay, so let's throw that up on screen. Palantir's on that list. Let's go see what we think about it. Okay, let's get the screeny. Did it sync yet? File size is too large. Yeah, I don't understand why it thinks the file size is too large on a screenshot, but I get this a lot. And it's 78 kilobytes. Like, how is that too large? I'm gonna try again. Okay, it's not working. Can't upload the photo. Well, if I can't upload the photo, then there we go. Finally got it to work. Buggy. All right. So, what we got here? S&P 500 high flyers face earnings test. Look at this. So the orange chart shows you the PE ratio, and then the little gray bar shows you if the PE ratio has expanded or contracted. And you can see all of them except Palantir have expanded. So, chart below basically tells us that valuations have not only been elevated, well, I mean, that's not necessarily clear from this because it's hard to kind of tell like where would elevated be. Chart below shows you that really just that valuations have expanded. Multiple valuations have expanded since the last earnings set of data, except for Palantir, which had a slight decline in multiple, the little gray decline. Bloomberg is arguing these are going to get tested on earnings. These stocks really need to prove themselves at Oracle. In fairness, like when you look at a company like Hood, I kind of agree with that. Hood is a great example. Hood is a fantastic company, really, really great company, and they're very smart. Great company, very smart with features people want. The risk, though, every new feature seems to get fully priced in as if the feature is fully built out and generating revenue nearly instantly. Some of this is due to the trend line, right? Like the stock has been trending up. So some of that activity is just like, all right, momentum. But that's worth paying attention to for Hood. 145, wow. These are impressive levels, which is great. But might be an opportunity to say, hey, like, is there an opportunity for, like a trailing take profit, right? Especially where we're heading, when the government reopens. But anyway, trailing take profits are starting to seem interesting again, especially going into, earnings season and government open. Earnings season and government reopening could both be big tests. Both are data releases. Okay. All right, let's see what else we have. So, let's see here. So we saw gold over 4,000. Let's go look at what the odds are.
Butler Toyota of Jacksonville. It's where you go. It's where you go for an amazing selection of new and used vehicles, friendly and expert service, and incredible savings. Plus, with our Butler Advantage plan, you get 4 years of no-cost maintenance, convenient home delivery, and more. Whether you're shopping, servicing, or exploring your options, go to Butler Toyota of Jacksonville. Butler Toyota of Jacksonville. It's where you go.
Cares at all about the Carlisle report. No care at all about it. Guess they don't care about Carlisle. Carlisle. There we go. All right, what else here? Then we've got AI news should keep equity. Okay, we talked about that. We talked about the valuations. Talked about, let's see, what is this? Reserve managers were falling out of love with the dollar. Okay. People not loving the dollar doesn't surprise me. Government might be shut down, but the treasury is open for business. Well, yeah. They got to collect their dollars. You know? They get all the dollar hollers in. And you think they're going to stop collecting taxes just because the government shut down? That'd be crazy. They should. They should give us a refund check. By the way, a happy day for the Hocus Pocus mug. Going into Halloween here. I think it's kind of a cool mug. All right, what else we got? So then we have... No data makes it harder to short or hedge the dollar. Well, yeah. I mean, shorting the dollar implies the dollar is going to go down. And the data goes down when the dollar goes down when data is bad. We have no data. There is no bad news. AI valuations, lofty valuations may flash some unusual warning signals, but that can hardly stop this ongoing momentum trade around AI. The Philadelphia Semiconductor Index has already rallied over 6% in October, and the forward PE has topped 28, approaching last year's peak of 30. And it's now 3 standard deviations above its 15-year average. Wow. Weekly price momentum is at levels right before where we've previously seen pullbacks. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It is starting to feel a little like, man, do people really not care about some of this lack of data? So I find that very interesting. All right, let's see here. The real bubble is government debt across the globe. Not for this cycle. Longer term, yes, you're right. Longer term, it's definitely an issue. But not in this cycle. This is not the cycle that destroys the dollar or U.S. debt or whatever. Like we'll continue to inflate that crap away. Not saying it's right. Just saying it's a reality. I see those comments all the time. Like even Carolyn Levitt does this. She'll get interviewed and they'll be like, "Oh, but how could you shut the government down?" And then her response is, "We are $37 trillion in debt. We're going to stop the money." That's like, all right. I mean, like, yeah, talk to your base, but shutting down the government and having substantial portions of the government not functioning creates some longer term issues as well. I mean, poor air traffic controllers not getting paid. How long is that gonna last? What happens when they stop showing up at work? Oh, good. Makes flying a little more precarious if people stop showing up, especially now. Speaker Johnson says Trump also supports giving back pay to furloughed workers. I mean, they always do. But Johnson's talking about how some legal analysts don't believe in shutdown back pay. Well, that'll piss some people off and make them not show up at work. But they're trying to raise the stakes for Dems. That's all this is. It's like hardlining. But anyway, look at this. So, this this momentum into semis, suggests we could be due for a pullback. Might align with either pre-earnings or post-earnings, right? Jitters here. So you kind of get jitters before or post-earnings shocks. I doubt we'll get post-earnings shocks yet on any AI data or AI spend. So more likely, pre-market, like pre-earnings. So yeah, I mean, there could be some near-term dippy doodlas there, especially with here you go on chip valuations. This chart feels a little worthless because the chart only goes back to 2010, and arguably, chips have become such a greater part of our GDP than ever before. I mean, what we like previously? What was the GPU good for? No, I mean, like to some extent, Tesla FSD and gaming, right? So, it's a little bit of a revolution. I don't know if that justifies the multiple expansion because you still have, earnings going up, right? So you kind of like multiply it times two. Well, two factors, right? And you give it a higher multiple and you give it higher earnings. There is a risk factor there. However, higher earnings should compensate for that. So stretched multiples really need to be supported by EPS growth rates. And this is where like AMD's got a growth rate estimate of like 27%, right? So, which is fantastic. They actually have a higher EPS growth rate estimate than NVIDIA does. NVIDIA sits at somewhere around a 20% growth estimate. So AMD is expected to grow its earnings faster. It just still doesn't have those margins that NVIDIA does. And that's what makes them have slightly smaller PP. Not massively smaller, but well, actually, I mean, it is pretty substantial. We looked at the numbers yesterday. NVIDIA takes 5 times as much money to the bottom line, and AMD takes half as much money to gross profit, nearly. A little more than half. It's like 55% of what NVIDIA does. But it's crazy. NVIDIA's up at 72% gross margins. AMD's at like 38%. It's crazy. It's a huge difference. Anyway. All right. So what else? Let's go see what is the news today. Cheers to the Topo Chico. All right. So we looked at Reuters. Ray Dalio says today is like the early 1970s and investors should hold more gold than usual. Oh, Ray. Is he going to tell us about his debt cycle again? Let's see here. Funding bill falls short again in the Senate. That's not a surprise. Okay. Did we end up getting the FSD update yet? Announced new version Tuesday morning. Over the weekend. 10.7 revealed. Still waiting for this sort of event. If we're going to get like a time or anything on this. All right. I don't think I've seen an update yet. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Oh, by the way, I was blown away by this. I stacked up Tesla Insurance versus Geico. Exactly the same coverages. I did like I think I have it, it's like screen recorded, but whatever it was like 500K, 500K, 50. I think it was 500, 550 on both of them. And then $2,500 for both of the deductibles. Same like rental car coverage or roadside coverage or whatever. All that was the same. And I go through it, and you could actually add third-party cars now. So I added the Toyota Sienna in the Tesla insurance app, and I added each of the 3 Teslas, and then I did the same thing on Geico. And Geico, I wrote it down. Geico came out to like $122 cheaper than the Tesla, which I was really surprised by that. Like I always thought Tesla was cheaper, but I mean that's, if you think about it, that's like $1,200 a year. That's always how I think about costs as well. Like with House Hack, I'm like, if we could save $80 a year over here, or $80 a month over here, that's like $1,000 for investors. The whole company, yeah, here it is. Geico was $460.60 for the 3 Teslas and the Toyota Sienna. Oh no, it was $222 difference. Tesla was $683 per month. So the difference between Geico and Tesla for me, same coverages, as far as I could tell, was $222. And $222 times 12, that's $2,600 a year. That was crazy. Tesla always used to be cheaper because Geico didn't have the service network for Tesla, people yet. And it was really expensive to fix a Tesla back in like 2017. So I think that's where Tesla had this huge competitive advantage because they had the trained techs. But wow, now that training has become a little bit more ubiquitous, it seems like Geico's back to saving people money, huh? I don't know, man. That was just my experience. But if anybody's
In Jacksonville, toughness is in our DNA. This city fights for every yard, every drive, every win.
Just like your Jacksonville Jaguars, Ram and Jeep are built to go the distance.
Proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Arlington, Bay Meadows, and Westside.
Locally owned.
Look at this. Look at that. You see this? Look at that. That orange and that like tech woven green. Okay, you ready for this? Okay, now we got to pull up Master Chief. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right here. Look at that. It's awesome. Yes. So that's what we're going for right there. You kind of got it. Not bad. Not bad. Gotta say. Anyway. All right. So I love it. All right. What else we got here? So Bitcoin got a little bit of sell activity here. Oh, dang. Figures up almost 10% today. This was on our alpha report this morning. Let's go. Yeah, our alpha report this morning, we picked individual names this morning. Nothing on the Qs today, but Figure was one of them. Symbotic, I think Supermicro was in there, and then Tesla down. Those were the alphas this morning. Tesla's about 120 to the downside. You've got Figures at 10, which is crazy. Supermicro, Supermicro's a little maybe 0.5% lower than where it was pre-market though, so it's still up, but it didn't really catch the bid like these other ones. Symbotic is totally catching the bid, and so is Figure. It's pretty impressive. Okay, and yeah, the volume's declining here. That's not ideal. How's our volume here? Tesla's volume declining as well, popping up again a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to watch volume on this one. All right, what else we got going on? Let's see. CoreWeave, yeah, it's that 137 area. 137 to 140 area has been really tough for them. That has been very hard. How's SoFi doing? SoFi's kicking butt. Trying to get back up to that 30 range. Looking for it. Ethereum 46. Dave & Buster's is now under 18. Restoration Hardware is back under 200. NVIDIA still got the 134. Nice. All right. Very cool. And the Qs, a little bit of a bleed here on the Qs. Yeah, look at that. And you're getting more volume coming in right now, too. So looking for any updates here. Nominee to senior, what is this? Pentagon official, no, that's Indo-Pacific. Okay, Pentagon nominee says U.S. submarine production needs to rise to 2.33 annually from 1.2. Double submarine production. That's hot. Okay. All right, what else? Let's see here. Let's keep cooking. We've got the Doomers. Carlyle unveils weak proprietary data. Fighting by tutorial of rural pipeline. Sale of Swedish firm. Trump opens door to healthcare talks. This is bullcrap. No, he's not. White House threatens to not pay furloughed workers by shutdown. This, I want to see where they're getting that from. But Trump is not really... Like, this is what people keep talking about. That, oh, yeah, you know, Trump is flipping. I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think he is at all. So... What else here? Did I catch a medical helo crash in SAC yesterday? Let's see. No. Sacramento. Critically injures 3. Wow, that's terrible. Motorists lift medical helicopter to rescue women after crash injures 3. Or to rescue woman. Oh, man. That sucks. Helicopter had taken a patient to the hospital and was on its way back. Oh, okay, well, at least they already dropped off the patient. That sort of like reduces the load a little bit. Looks like the helicopter crashed upside down. Wow. People were trapped. I'm surprised more people didn't die. Helicopter didn't catch fire. That's scary. Man. Oh, wow. It's a nice helicopter, too. Wow, that's wild. Wild. All right, let's see here. Politicians and passengers gave up on greener air travel. How is that the front page of the Financial Times? OpenAI's computing deals top $1 trillion. Bro, they don't even have that money. And this is where I'm like, Elon's right, dude. They don't have the money to do They don't have the money for this. OpenAI's had $1 trillion in deals this year. Its commitments to warp its revenue. Dude, just for shits and giggles. Let's put this into our numbers, like human numbers, relatable numbers, okay? So, hold on. Here we go. So, just to make this relatable, okay? Open AI numbers, all right? So, 1 trillion in deals committed to this year on 12.7 billion in revenue, you know, ARR, right? Okay, let's translate that. That works out to 12.7 divided by, that would be 1,000. Yeah, so 1.27%, okay? That works out to $1 million, $10 million times 0.0127. Yeah. Okay. That works out to earning a $127,000 salary, which, that's a decent salary. It's, mid class, not high end by any means. I would argue that this is achievable, like very blue collar achievable, achievable. Even in the trades, electrical, plumbing, whatever. Like you'd really crank money here, especially you really get into like foreman levels and things like that. So like imagine that, like your local your local plumber, your local business owner, whatever. This is very very achievable. Okay. Now, and then you could have a dual income. You could have a husband and wife, with 127 each. This is a very normal kind of salary, right? So to scale this up, the open AI deal would be like taking that $127,000 salary and buying, or I should say, and getting a loan for $10 million. With no money down. So imagine walking into Bank of America and going, hey, I want a $10 million loan with no money down. Like, even if you had a mortgage, how much of a mortgage could you even qualify for? $127,000 divided by 12. Let's assume you had no other debt. You've got $10,583 times 0.43. You could qualify for about a $4,500 monthly payment, right? So like you'd only, on a $127,000 salary, you'd qualify for a $4,500 monthly payment, which would work out to, with zero money down at 6% and property taxes, let's go $4,000 a year. That would work out to calculate principal and interest payments, $3,000, all-in payments. Why is this so complicated? This is like one of the worst calculators, I feel. Why do they make it so hard? Payment with PMI. Oh, maybe that is the total. Let's see here. Monthly tax paid, $333. Okay, they've already got it. Okay, that's fine. So you could probably qualify for maybe a $550,000 house, with no money down. $550, zero money down. Yeah, so you'd qualify. In reality, in real life, you'd qualify for a max $550,000 loan from a bank for a house. That's asset backed, right? So like it's basically like 20x leverage. Basically 20x leverage for OpenAI on their income. Okay, that's on their income. That's assuming we could use their revenue. Remember, folks, OpenAI doesn't actually net $12.7 billion. OpenAI actually loses money, which means as a home buyer, you'd qualify for zero. So, like, I think it's kind of interesting to bring that up because it makes it relative. Like, you making $127,000 and then mind you, and you spend all of it. Okay, that's the way to compare this. So the comparison is you make $127K salary, spend all of it, and you still.
Not everyone's life runs in straight lines. At Sophia, we get that. Our flexible, affordable, self-paced college-level courses help thousands of people just like you complete their degrees for only $99 a month.
Use Kayak's best time to travel tool to find the perfect time to go wherever you're going. Then, do what people do. Get distracted shopping for sun hats, celebrities in sun hats, celebrity homes, lawn ornaments. What were you doing again? Oh yeah, back to Kayak for a great deal.
4K property taxes. Yeah, I use just in California, we just take the price and take 3 digits off. So if you buy a home, this is actually fun math. Y'all want to see fun math for a second? Okay. Watch this. I think there's a calculator app on the iPad now. This is insane. What up, Jack? Homie? Sunday? How are you? Oh, I don't think that's actually the calculator app. I have 3 calculator apps on here. There we go. All right, who wants to see fun math? Here we go. Fun math is right here. Okay, so the way this works is, let's say you're going to buy a house for $556,000. The property taxes in California are basically going to be $556 per month on a rough estimate. Okay, this is a quick, rough estimate. And the way we do that is we multiply that by 1.25%, and then we divide it by 12. And it gets you roughly, oh, I'm sorry, not 1.25, it's 1.2%. Sorry, my trick is 1.2. Bye, Jack. So $566,000 times 1.2% divided by 12. There you go. It's exactly the same number. So 1.2%. That's 1% for the state and a 0.2 for all the like bullcrap local city stuff or whatever. But it's very interesting if you think about it that way, because it gives you just a really cool math hack. If you're ever buying where property taxes are around 1%, the math hack, I'll show it to you again. Look, pick another number, $764,000 home. Or I'll do this, $764,420 home, okay, times 1.2% divided by 12, $764.42. So like, it's like the easiest hack to get a monthly property tax figure, assuming property tax rates are 1.2%. Now, if you're in Texas and your property tax rates are 2.4%, which oftentimes they are, like when we go look at Texas, we use 2.4%. What do? Times 2. So I just double it. I take the digits and I double it. Boom, there are your property taxes. Anyway, I love real estate. Okay. So I got my tricks for real estate. Hold on a second. I gotta get my hat. I gotta do a hat. Hold on. Where is it? All right. So I got myself a new hat because y'all said that my other one was too bad and I should return it. So I'm returning the other one. Let's see if this one's better. Okay, this one might be better. Yeah, this one looks like it's got a little better quality. Okay, unboxing with Meet Kevin. Wow, this is such a sexy unboxing video. Man, nobody unboxes better than Kevin. All right. There we go. All right, let's go. So, now, there we go. Now, where were we? Well, I think we were talking about how our trading call this morning is freaking skyrocketing. It's actually doing really well right now. Let's see here. Yeah, dude, look at Figure this morning. Okay. Look at Figure this morning. 13 freaking %, dude. Let's freaking go on the Alpha report. That's deep in the there was actually not even deep in the Alpha report. We had 4 calls this morning in the Alpha report. Supermicro, Symbiotic, and Figure up. Figure especially. We spent a good, chunk of time talking about that. And Tesla down. Now, Figure is absolutely crazy. Like, these were the ones we put a highlighter on. We're like, watch these for momentum. Look at that volume that came into here. Absolutely insane. And so the reason for the sombrero is not Cinco de Mayo. It's not anywhere close to Cinco de Mayo. It's actually that if you go to meetkevin.com, the new coupon code is now Schumer Siesta. Like, yeah, the new coupon code for the Alpha report is Schumer Siesta. And here's the thing. It expires when the siesta's over. So whenever the government reopens, that's when the Schumer Siesta ends. So, there you go. Okay, all right. Where were we? Let's go back to what we were doing. let's go back to our actual job here. Back to the Financial Times, and yeah, here we go. Okay, so then we got here goes Kevin ready for the Three Amigos sequel, the Four Amigos. Yeah. So anyway, Monday's deal with AMD follows similar agreements with NVIDIA, Oracle, CoreWeave as OpenAI races to find computing power. If you leave the house, I still catch you. That, yeah, I might have to leave the hat in the office. All right, so the deal would give OpenAI access more than 20 gigawatts of capacity, right? Each 1 gigawatt of AI computing costs $50 billion to deploy in today's prices. Wow.
All right, home team, about to go ahead and sign out for the day, man. We're in our trade. Just got some confirmation on the 15-minute time frame that buyers did step in. Got my stop a little bit extended, risking my full 650. Once I hit the break-even point, I'll add into the position and make this TP 1500. And it'll be a smooth little bit over 2-1 with my risk. Besides that, though, that's my Monday. That's my that's my Tuesday. That's my trade of the day. I'll update you guys tomorrow on the progress. Road to Live Funding continues, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys viewing the content, liking, subscribing, all the comments. I see every one of you, and I appreciate every one of you, man. Make sure you tap in with the Discord, take advantage of the free information. That's about it, guys. You guys have a blessed day. Remember something you're thankful for. And that's it, man. It's your boy Corey, Twin Peaks Trading. I'm up out of here. Shout out my bro boss behind the boards, excuse me. My partner with production, making everything work smoothly.